Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Let's start with today's stories. Am I the idiot for uninviting my dad to my wedding? My dad, 50, male, and I, 24, female, have had a complicated relationship. When I was little we were best friends. He was my hero. When I was 14 my parents got divorced. My dad told me everything about their divorce and how awful my mom was. Throughout high school I didn't live with my mom or spend as much time with her as I should have, which I feel bad about now. After I graduated my mom and I repaired our relationship and now are best friends. My parents had been together since they were 14 years old. They separated and very shortly after my dad started dating a woman. I loved her at first, but quickly I realized she wasn't everything I had thought. I loved my dad and was happy that he was happy though. My dad's girlfriend at the time started getting more and more demanding. For example, I won a scholarship through my dad's work 2 years in a row and only had 2 tickets for the ceremony. The first year I was on the rocks with my mom, so I invited my dad and his girlfriend. The next year however I was good with everyone and invited my mom and my dad. He told me how selfish I am, and that he won't be coming if my mom is there, and that I only got that scholarship because of him. Things only got crazier when my dad and his wife eloped behind everyone's backs and I found out about it on Facebook, and then for years now has told me that it's my fault they didn't have a wedding. I admittedly have had a few fights with my dad about how I think she treats me and my brother and sister. I have been rude and made my fair share of mistakes. I reached out to her to try and repair our relationship and she dismissed me with "Unless you want to go to therapy with me, then apology not accepted." That was about 2 years ago, fast forward to now. Things have been better between all of us. I went to their house for Thanksgiving and my dad's retirement party, and everyone got along. Yet, I still had a feeling something would happen when it came to my wedding. I was sitting down looking at daddy-daughter dance songs, when I got the urge to just text and confirm if he will be able to make it to my wedding. I assumed that was a dumb kind of question. My dad said that he didn't know if he would be able to attend, because I have not put the past behind us. He is very upset that my mom is still friends with his family, her family, and now my fiancé's family. He said it's not fair she gets everyone and he gets no one. I explained that if he just came to events and gave it a shot he would see that everyone is good now and is moving forward except him and his wife. I told him I need to know if he is coming to walk me down the aisle and have our dance, and he said he doesn't know and we will see. I basically told him that if he is considering not coming, then don't even bother. I feel good because after years I have finally set a boundary for myself, but I also feel sad, because I always imagine my dad being there on my special day. I feel like it is finally time to cut my dad off, but I don't know, am I the idiot? Edit, my dad doesn't expect me to not invite my mom to my wedding. He basically disowned his great-grandparents and is very mad that my mom still does stuff with them. OP, give more info in the comments. When your dad says your mother is awful, how awful it is. Like what she did to him. Because maybe if she was truly awful to him and his family being friends with her, it's understandable hard to be around her. I'm just curious about. She isn't awful, and I really want to be fair to both parties because I want honest opinions. My dad and mom divorced because my mom was texting another man from work. My mom has admitted this and said how it was wrong. In my mom's defense, she said it started because she had a feeling my dad was having an affair with his coworker, his now wife, and she felt crazy and just wanted validation that she wasn't crazy. My dad has had multiple affairs throughout their marriage, including one where he left my mom when she was pregnant with me and moved in with another lady, then calling off their soon-to-be wedding, only later to say he's sorry and ask for forgiveness. Neither of them are perfect. All of this is neither here nor there because it's not the issue at hand, but I hope this can help provide some clarity on the situation I'm in. My mom is very kind to him still, even though he screwed her over. She loves him and will always want what's best for him. The exact quote he said is, "Your mom gets my fiancé's family, her family and mine. That is BS and I'm done with it. She has plenty of time with everyone. I don't expect her to be invited by you to my family's stuff anymore." This is referring to Christmas when he and his wife were invited by me to Christmas Eve at my great-grandma's house. They said they would love to come, but then when they found out my mom would also be there, they said there was no way they were coming. It is his family's house, but my mom has done more with them in the last year than he has in the last 5. Also, it's important to say my mom has never been rude to or said a mean word about my stepmother, even though it's pretty clear she stepped into my dad and mom's marriage. Also, my mom doesn't have the best family. Her mom passed when I was little and her dad has never really been there for her. My parents were together since they were 14, so my dad's family became her family. My mom is sure to be respectful, never talks about my dad's drama to them and just wants everyone to get along. Wait, so your dad cheated on your mom when she was pregnant, had multiple affairs during their marriage, married his affair partner, and now is mad because everyone, including his family, prefer your mother's presence to his and his cheating wife? Well, what did he expect? Not everyone is like him. Is he surprised that these people have morals? Something he apparently doesn't have. Your dad already started being in the wrong when he manipulated you against your mom in their divorce. And now that you, and probably everyone else, no longer falls for his talk, he is playing the victim, playing the game of, no one loves me, no one understands me, no one wants me. Well, there's a good reason for that, sir. You cheated on your wife, manipulated your children, and you still want to come out as the hero of the story and turn your ex-wife into the bad guy, when in fact that's your role. I'm also not going to take away your mom's responsibility, as if she hadn't done anything wrong. It's true that she shouldn't have exchanged texts with another man, but it doesn't compare to your dad's mistakes. And he and your stepmother still think you owe them an apology. He cheated on your mother with her, for God's sake. And she treats you and your siblings badly. She's the one who should be apologizing. Jesus Christ. The entitlement of some people will amaze me forever. And how the hell is it your fault they didn't have a wedding? They were the ones who decided to elope. Are they insane? Do you think maybe they feel guilty about everything they did to your mom, that's why they refused to go to events with her present? Or do they think that with her there, it will always be a reminder to everyone of the wrongs they did to her and they are afraid of being judged for it? Or perhaps, do you think it's possible that your dad is still in love with your mom and his wife doesn't want him to be around her? Well, I don't know, but anyway, no OP, I don't think you were an idiot or wrong to disinvite your father from your wedding. I understand that you want him there, but if there's a chance he could end up ruining it with his pettiness and jealousy, it's best that he stays away. And what would you guys do? Would you do the same as OP? Or would you do something else? Leave your comments down below. Now let's read the comments. Not the idiot. He wouldn't be just a guest, he'd be walking you down the aisle. You need an actual confirmation, which he did not give. And then he has the audacity to demand that your mom not be there after they've been divorced for 10 years? Your dad is an a-hole. Not the idiot. Your dad and his wife are being childish, petty, and selfish. I'd tell him he can contact you if and when he's ready to let go of old grudges, and accept that you have a right to a healthy relationship with both parents, but that you want nothing to do with him until then. Not the idiot. Your father sounds like he's only concerned about his own happiness, even if it's at the expense of his own daughter. It's your day and you should do whatever makes you happy. Not the idiot. Parenting is supposed to be a collaboration, not a competition, and it seems like he is only interested in doing it when he feels it's something he can win. You've put a lot of effort into maintaining good terms with both your parents, and if he can't respect that, then he isn't respecting you. Are you liking the video so far? If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications to know when a video is out. Now let's go to the next story. Am I the idiot for ignoring my ex-best friend at a Christmas party at my house? So for a bit of context, I was best friends with this girl since I was a baby because my parents are friends with her parents. However, she consistently treated me horribly throughout our friendship. She would call me names behind my back, try to one-up me and compete with me, would make me feel bad on purpose, and used me to advance her career. Let me give a few examples. She would constantly make plans with me and then cancel on me day off or just straight up ignore my texts asking to hang out. I communicated how this was hurting me, and she apologized and offered to make plans with me, just to air me again. One day, after airing me for months, she made plans with me. A week after we hung out, she texted me asking me if I can talk to my dad to see if she can intern at his business over the summer. I got her the internship and then she ghosted me again. She would constantly brag about how all her friends are rich and popular, and how she would go to all these fancy clubs because she was friends with promoters. She told me that we could go together one day, and then when I responded saying I'd be down, she never opened my message. She would send me pictures of the hot guys she was getting with, and brag about how many men wanted her, and then put me down when I showed her a man I was talking to, telling me they were ugly. I included this example to show how she tried to one-up me. She brags about money, popularity, men, everything. One day I got tired of it, called her out, and blocked her on everything, after years of being put down and used. Since my parents are friends with hers, they invited her parents over to our house for Christmas Eve, knowing I had her blocked on everything. I didn't expect her to come, but she did. I went down and said hi to her, but then ignored her for the rest of the night, because I didn't want to ever talk to her again. My parents yelled at me and told me that I should have been polite and respectful and talked to her even though I don't like her, and that I only made myself look bad. I don't understand why I was obligated to speak to someone that treated me so horribly. She also treated one of my mutual friends horribly too, so I'm not just making things up. My parents said that since she was a guest I should have sucked it up, and pretended to be her friend for the night. Am I the idiot for not doing so? Not the idiot OP. I'm fed up with people wanting other people to be polite just for the sake of it. And besides, you weren't impolite to her. You greeted her. You didn't mistreat her, you didn't speak ill of her, you said hi to her and continued on your way. You didn't need to keep talking to her all night, it was a party, there were other people for her to talk to. Your parents know what you really think of her, there's no reason for them to be mad at you. So unless she spoke to you and you didn't reply to her or did something that offended her, which I don't think was the case, you are not the idiot OP. Not the idiot. You've tried being nice to her, and tried being a good friend, and your parents are a-holes for trying to make you be friendly to someone who's a bully. Also, she wasn't OP's guest, she was the parents' guest, so they have the sole responsibility for taking care of her. OP was polite, she said hi, didn't cause a scene, just politely avoided the bully. Not the idiot. Not the idiot. You don't have to be nice to someone who treats you like dirt. Not the idiot. I feel for you being forced to be around someone you dislike. Your parents disrespected you in actuality. They can still be friends with her parents, but can't force you to see her. It's that simple. Not the idiot, you said hello to her, and that's as much as anyone should expect you to do. I'm guessing maybe there weren't many other people there for her to interact with, and if that's the case, well, that's the consequences of her own behavior. Not the idiot. Often it is best to just be polite and have a quick greeting and light chats with people to be polite. But she has gone out of her way to use and abuse you. You are 100% entitled to totally ignore her. She does not deserve your friendship or attention. Your dad should also cancel her internship on a moral clause that she used his daughter horribly to get her role, and this shows her true character. Not the idiot. I would guess they're just mad that you made them look bad in front of their friends and they didn't have the spine to tell them why you were ignoring their daughter despite knowing. My parents said that since she was a guest I should have sucked it up and pretended to be her friend for the night. They weren't your guests. They essentially are asking you to be nice to your bully, which is wrong of them. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.